call the meeting to order. Would you call the roll, please?
Councilman Weisgerber.
Here.
Councilman Mishnick.
Here.
Councilman Liptak.
Present.
Vice Mayor Mashburn.
Here.
And Mayor McGee.
Here. Tears of Ms. Basman will handle the invocation and pledge of allegiance tonight.
Let us prepare ourselves for the meeting and bow your heads, please. O God, creator and Lord of our city, as well as of our individual lives, we humbly acknowledge your interest and your presence in this council meeting tonight. Before we begin our business, we deliberately open our minds and spirits to your holy will. Help us to be worthy of the trust the citizens of Alliance have placed in us. Guide us in each decision we make, that it might be as fair and just as it is economically sound. To that end, that our community may achieve its highest potential and become all you want it to be. Amen. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I better do that. For the public's reference, a copy of the open meetings law has been posted on the northeast corner of this room. Posting complies with the requirements of the Nebraska legislature.
Agenda item A is the consent calendar, which includes the approval of the previous minutes, council proceedings, payroll and claims, the Alliance Volunteer Fire Department roster update, cemetery certificate, and resolution number 24-55, concrete crushing contract.
Make a motion to approve the consent calendar.
Oh, you want me, okay, let's, I make a motion that we approve the consent calendar.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Would you call the roll?
Councilman Mishnick.
Yes.
Councilman Liptak.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Mashburn.
Yes.
Councilman Weisgerber.
Yes.
And Mayor McGee.
Yes.
Resolution B, number 2456, real estate purchase agreement termination with BCM Properties LLC. Resolution number 2456 will accept the termination of the real estate purchase agreement with BCM Properties LLC for the property located at 1207 West 2nd. Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to accept resolution B, number 2456.
Second.
Can we discuss that at all?
At this now, do we have a motion and a second? Yeah. Is there
Okay.
any discussion?
All right, because this building purchase happened before I got on city council. So I did read through the packet and I just had a few questions, not a lot of questions, but just a couple that came to mind. So the decision to go looking for a police department was made, I'm guessing, when Chief Lukens was here?
So, 2 budget seasons ago, the city council identified a public safety building as one of its top priorities
Okay,
for the city manager and staff to focus on.
all right,
And then as part of last year's budget process, this building had become available, and Mayor Jones at that time had suggested that we look at it for the purpose of using it as a police department. And the council decided that they wanted to do their due diligence, which included having an architect look at it, come up with floor plans and an estimate of cost in order to do that work. And so we entered into this agreement with BCM Properties so that we had right of access and to basically take it off the market while we were doing our due diligence. We've now completed that, and the architects came back with a price of around $7 million to rehab that building. By the time that you add in the price of purchasing the building, improving the roadways and the other infrastructure in that neighborhood, we were probably approaching closer to $9 to $10 million for the entire building. And so with that being such a high price, we're recommending that the council consider other options and go back to possibly considering a joint facility as we had discussed before.
and would it be possible, so the building is $695,000. That was the contract agreement that was entered into. $7 million to renovate it. Did that include moving the communications department, the dispatch center?
It included space for it, but it did not necessarily include the hardening that would be necessary for it to withstand any kind of tornado or major storm.
Okay, and there was no emergency generator in that building at the present time? Was that part of the?
To be honest, I do not recall.
Okay, just a couple more questions about the building. So a site survey was done, is that right? Was there a site survey done and an engineer? I guess I'm just curious, the taxpayers, I think, want to know what money was spent while you did your due diligence, because it's not listed here.
So this agreement is separate from what we paid the architect. We paid the architect $20,000
Okay,
for them to go in, analyze the building, provide various footprints, come up with the ultimate cost estimate after we had done some back and forth with the police department and myself.
okay, so there was a site survey done then, and then there was a non-refundable $25,000 that was paid then to the seller.
Correct, for the first.
Okay, and that is
6 months.
non-refundable?
Yeah.
Okay, and then if you would go to the real estate purchase agreement, there's no page number on the bottom of it, but there's either this is a typo, or we're gonna pay monthly $41,666.66.
And we have,
41,000?
No, it'd be
no,
44,000.
4,000.
Did you see this, the way this is done in this book? 4,166.66.
Correct, $4,166.66.
Okay, okay, then you have too many numbers in there. That's what I'm trying to say. This is not a fair representation of what, does anybody else see that?
Yeah, the comment, if you remove the comma where the decimal place is, it's saying $41,666.66 a year, so, or, excuse me, a month. You did not pay that per month.
We're paying $4,166 and,
$166.
okay, so I'm curious, if this is a real estate purchase contract agreement that I'm sure went by everybody here as well as a lawyer, how come this wasn't caught? I mean, this is really not good.
Again, it doesn't read 41,000.
No, it doesn't. It reads four
There is an
thousand.
extra 6.
There is an
There's a
extra
typo. There's a
6.
typo.
Oh, I see it now, around
Yeah.
here. Yeah,
Okay, so we paid, and this started in March? So March, April, May, June, we have paid $4,166.66. So a little over $16,000, plus the $25,000, plus the $20,000. Were there any other expenses paid? I guess the taxpayer is gonna wanna know what this investigation to a new building cost the taxpayer.
that would be
That
accurate.
would be, that's all of it?
Other than time spent by staff.
Okay. Those are the only questions I had.
Okay, yeah, good questions. All right, any other discussion on resolution 24-56? If not, we call roll, please.
Councilman Mishnick,
Yes.
Councilman Liptak,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Mashburn,
Yes.
Councilman Weisgerber,
Yes.
and Mayor McGee.
Yes.
The next item on tonight's agenda is a board appointment. Wally Seiler submitted an application to serve on the Ninth Museum and Symbol Center Board with his term ending May 31st, 2027. Mr. Mayor, make a motion to appoint Wally Seiler to the Ninth Museum and Sand Hill Center Board, term expiring May 31st, 2027.
I second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, would you call the roll, please?
Councilman Liptak,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Mashburn,
Yes.
Councilman Weisgerber,
Yes.
Councilman Mishnick,
Yes.
and Mayor McGee.
Yes.
Next item on the agenda is the city manager's report, and I'll turn that over to our city manager, Seth Sorensen.
council, thank you for your time. I'd first like to start out by introducing two of our new employees. They're both dispatchers. So if I could please have Angel Trejo and Chelsea Mays stand and be recognized as two of our newest dispatchers. And if you're wondering why we have so many police here, it is not only to support our new employees, but our chief, Chief David Levitt, passed the very last of the very lengthy process of reciprocity with the state of Nebraska, and he is now a fully certified police officer for the state of Nebraska as of this morning. So we're very excited to have him. He has jumped through many hoops, and he not only did the requirements for the administrative, but he went the extra mile so that he can be out on the streets acting as any other officer within our department. So we're very proud of him, and we'd like to call him up at this time. And with your permission, yes, please give him a round. And with your permission, we'd like to swear him in as an officer and police chief. So I'll turn the time over to City Clerk Shelby Fett.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
I, David Levitt, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance to do the same.
That I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance to the same.
That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or for the purpose of evasion.
That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or for purpose of evasion.
And that I will faithfully and impartially perform the duties of police chief of the city of Alliance, Nebraska, according to law and to my best ability.
And that I will faithfully and impartially perform the duties of police chief of the city of Alliance, Nebraska, according to law and to the best of my ability.
And I do further swear that I do not advocate nor am a member of any political party or organization that advocates the overthrow of government of the United States or of this state by force or violence.
And I do further swear that I do not advocate nor am I a member of any political party or organization that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States or of this state by force or violence.
And that during such time as I am in this position, I will not advocate nor become a member of any political party or organization that advocates the overthrow of government of the United States or of this state by force or violence, so help me God.
And that during such time as I am in this position, I will not advocate nor become a member of any political party or organization that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States or of this state by force or violence, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. While I have the floor, I just want to say a few thank yous. The men and women of this police department, from the moment I got here, supported me 100%, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the council, who have all been very supportive since day one. Seth Sorensen, who has been in my corner, even when it was probably not easy to do so. I'm excited to be sworn, but we've already done a lot of great work, and I'm excited with the momentum we've created, and I'm excited for what the future holds. Thank you very much.
All right, no other business, this meeting's adjourned. Appreciate it. Yeah.
I sent you a text. I sent you a text while you were up